court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Hello and welcome to the Rick Case Arena. My name is Troy Valeriano alongside Mitch Moggs here. We're set for some Saturday afternoon action. There's your NSU volleyball as the Sharks taking on the Spartans of Tampa University. Sharks played last night here at the Rick Case Arena and took the victory 3-1 versus St. Leo. Of course, last night, come from behind victory 3-1 as the Sharks dropped the first set but prevailed to win the next three to pick up the win and improve their mark to 11-4 all-time here, or all-time this season here at home. That's sparkling mark as the Sharks come into the game 15-11 overall. So you can see they've had just great success at home this season. 7-8 overall in the Sunshine State Conference, and Tampa Spartans 20-7, 13-3 overall in the SSC as they lost their last match last night to Lynn University, and Lynn now atop the conference standings at 13-2. 6-4 away from Tampa are the Spartans this season. We are just about set here for the starting lineup introductions and the national anthem as the Sharks and the Spartans coming up here next. As you can see at the bottom of the screen there, the Spartans took it in straight sets October 4th. And we talked to our head coach Brian Rose about that. After last night's game, that was the last time the Sharks didn't win at least one set in a game. And Sharks looking and excited here to take on this Tampa team that beat them in 3 sets.
Gentlemen, thank you and welcome inside the Red Case Arena for tonight's conference matchup featuring the visiting Tampa Spartans and your NSU Sharks. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup first for the visiting Spartan reserves. Number 2, Kalia Rivera. Number 3, Reggie Williams. Number 6, Sarah Luma. Number 7, Nyla Dents. Number 16, Taylor Foster. Number 17, Leo Williams. Number 18, Brooklyn Rossi. Number 20, Tatiana Lemons. Number 21, Chelsea Simmons. Number 22, Lauren Cote. And now let's meet the starters for the Spartans. Number 4, Sammy Mueller. Number 8, Melissa Ulysses. Number 9, Sarah Ocho. Number 10, Kamari Potter. Number 11, Katie McHale. Number 19, Mackenzie Dufresne. And number 12, Nicole Dominguez. The head coach of the Spartans is Chris Katinach. He is assisted by Ryan Imperial, Jeff Lane, Lisa Goodwin, and Alex Porte.
Okay, camera 1, go to the video board.
And now it's time to meet your NSU Sharks. First, the reserve. Number 1, Debbie Bob. Number 2, Kelly Cox. Number 5, Rachel Nelson. Number 8, Jess Barrett. Number 12, Emily Krankenfeld. Number 13, Amanda Hall. Number 15, Madison Carmon. Number 17, Semi Spartano. And number 18, Evelyn Kimmich. And now the starters for your Sharks. A 5'10" outside hitter from Leesburg, Virginia. Number 4, Allie Moore. A 6'10" middle blocker from St. Cloud, Florida. Number 6, Brittany Landrum. A 5'11" outside hitter from Burton, Ohio. Number 7, McKenna Tuesday. A 5'9" center from Oviedo, Florida. Number 9, Madison Cook. A 6'2" middle blocker from Burnsville, North Carolina. Number 10, Alex Ooh. A 5'10" outside hitter from Greer, South Carolina. Number 14, Emily Seipel. And the Lavelle, a 5'3" the Sharks in his first season is Brian Rosen. He's assisted by Celine Teitelbaum and Lydia Dipke, your MSU Sharks.
Welcome back here to the Rick Case Arena. We're set as the Sharks taking on the Spartans here tonight. As the starters for the Sharks, Allie Ford, Brittany Landrum, McKenna Tusick, Madison Cook, Alex Boone, Emily Sipple, and Elena Kennel. On the opposite side for the 25th overall ranked here in the top 25 poll nationally are the Tampa Spartans, and they'll go with a lineup of Sammy Mueller, Melissa Elias, Sorrel Houghton, Kamari Potter, Katie McKeel, Nicole Dominguez, and Mackenzie Dufresne. So that's your starting lineups here. Take a quick look at the standings right before tip-off. You see Tampa number 2 overall at that 13-3 mark here in the SSC. The Sharks climbing up the ladder here, looking to try to catch Eckerd overall in that number 6 spot. As the Sharks currently in 7th, tied with Palm Beach Atlantic, both of the same 15-11 overall. The Sharks, look at that, sparkling 12-4 home record this season, and they've been sharp here at the Rick Case Arena. And right off the bat, it's the Sharks getting the first points here of the game. The Tampa Spartans respond right away. That is Dufresne. It's the Spartans here in the all-red attire. NSU wearing the gray tops and the navy blue bottoms here in this one. Tusick from the middle. Kept up here. This is the Spartan team that lost last night to Lynn University. 3 sets to 1.
Point for the Sharks.
So it had been 15 straight wins for Tampa Volleyball until they lost last night. And just missing on that service error right there is Allie Ford. In last night's game up in Boca Raton, they were led by Sorrel Houghton. She had 17 kills in the match. 19 points overall to go along with 5 digs and 2 service aces. This is Brittany Landrum here for the Sharks. Nice up right there, just nobody could help the ball. Only attempt there from Landrum. Landrum last night, a solid game overall for the Sharks. Really stepped up in that third set in the block department for sure, allowing the Sharks to go on that run to make it a 2-1 overall. She finished with 8 blocks in that game last night here versus St. Leo. And just like that, the Sharks take their first lead here of the set. Back here live, apologies for those technical difficulties here. There you see the Sharks on the floor right there. Alex Boone at the net. Gabby Balk, Emily Sipple, Allie Ford, Elena Kennel, and Callie Cox on the floor here for the Sharks. And blocking. up at the net right there for the Spartans. So 7-4 here early. The Spartans defeating the Sharks in straight sets in that last matchup. Houghton had 15 kills to lead the Spartans. Here's an attack from Bauk. And a kill from the left side right there. That's McKeel. McKeel had 12 kills in that last match versus the Sharks, dating all the way back to October 4th. And the Sharks will call an early timeout here from the Rick Case Arena. They score early, 8-4 for Tampa. You're back 8-4 at the Rick Case Arena. It's the Spartans leading it early. Of course, Spartans lost last night. Just went on a 5-0 scoring run going into that timeout. As the attack is long there from Alex Boone. It was 15 straight wins for Tampa. Climbed into the rankings here in the top 25 at number 25 overall. They continue their run here now, 6-0. Here's Cox looking to go to Sipple to end the run, but a nice up right there by Rivera. Cox will try Sipple again from the left side, and this time it's Elias with the block at the net right there, and a kill for Emily Sipple. Tried her third time was the charm right there for Sipple. Freshman out of Greer, South Carolina. She goes back to serve here now for the Sharks. So back to serve here is Katie McKeel, junior out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Cox with the back set to Bow. Libero for Spartans in the black right there is Nicole Dominguez. 11-5 lead now here for the Spartans. Set outside, Allie Ford, the powerful hit, and the miscommunication right there between Kamari Potter and the setter, Nicole Dominguez. Or the libero, I should say. They were both corralling the ball together, and miscommunication allowed that one to drop, and an attack error right there on the side of the Spartans. Going wide right, and all of a sudden a couple straight points here for the Sharks, ending a 7-0 run for the Spartans. Go cross court on the set. Nice up right there from the Sharks. Here's Ford trying to go cross court as well, and another miscommunication this time for Tampa. It's Luma and Elias on that second hit Once again, Tampa not sure who's supposed to take possession or charge of the ball. Here's Houghton. And she's blocked right up at the net by the Sharks. Here's Elena Kendall back to serve. And wasn't in the correct formation right there was Tampa, and the point will go right to the Sharks as late rotation. And a timeout will be called right there. 5-0 scoring run for the Sharks. Brings us back to a 1-point game here at the Rick Case Arena. 11-10. Sharks lead it. So back here in action at the Rick Case Arena. The Spartans taking the first point here, coming out of the timeout. And block up over the net right there is Callie Cox. As tough first pass from the Sharks resulted in an easy slam for the Spartans. So here is the libero back to serve for Tampa. It's going to be a free ball here coming for the Spartans. We'll set it up to the left side. Houghton's attack is good. Her third kill of the match here in this one, and 6 total attacks. 7th kill overall for the Spartans, and it's been a game of runs here. 7-0 run for the Spartans and a 5-0 run for the Sharks, and now a 3-0 run again here for Tampa. As a service ace corralled, and now there's the first service ace of the game, second overall combined for both teams. Soft floating serve from the libero on the Spartan side of things. And a point for Tampa as Ford ran into the net there on the left side. Dominguez back to serve again here for the Spartans. This time puts a little more juice on it, and Sharks can't handle it in the back row right there. I think it might have caught everybody by surprise, maybe slightly. And head coach Brian Roden's going to call a timeout after the service ace right there by Dominguez, as Tampa is currently on a 6-0 scoring run here in this one. And we'll take a quick break here at the Rick Gates Arena. 17-10 the score. Coming out of the timeout, it's a point for the Sharks as the attack from the left side off Allie Ford. And a correction will be awarded here to the Spartans, and not really sure why. Callie Cox is going to go talk to the referee. It's like these guys have no clue what's going on. So Spartans will take the point, 18-10 now. An unfortunate break right there for the Sharks. Didn't really get clarification on why that wasn't a kill for Allie Ford. Not exactly sure what happened. So now all of a sudden it's the Tampa Spartans continuing to roll here. Sharks stop the bleeding and another scoring run now. This one 8-0 here as Landrum gets it done from the middle position. Sharks not giving up here in the set, and this has seen a lot of different runs here in this set. Madison Cook enters the game now for the Sharks. to 12 here at Spartans. And jousting at the net right there was Landrum, but getting the best of her was Dufresne from Tarpon Springs, Florida, the freshman 6-foot middle blocker. Won that battle here as Mueller back to serve the Gainesville senior here for the Spartans. And that's going to be long. Service error. Allie Ford back to serve in the back right corner of the court. Booming, powerful serve. Easily handled there by Kennel. Set up for Sipple on the left side. Houghton. Ford keeps it up. Cook with a great attack. And what a play right there by Tusick. And it's going to be a point for the Spartans on the kill. But what an effort defensively there from the Sharks. Jess Barrett back into the game. Couple defensive specialists in the back row here for the Sharks with Barrett and Kennel on the court. They go to Kennel. Here's Tusick from the right side, blocked up at the net. Free ball here coming for the Spartans of Tampa. Right back to it. Free ball here for the Sharks. They set up the middle and Landrum. Left side attack, beautifully dug out of the ground on the effort by Cook. And the Sharks with sprawling bodies. Landrum and Kennel trying to get in on it. And they've both can't corral it. Here's Houghton back to serve. Sharks go with the back set right there, and Tusick's greeted by the hands of McKeel. And then McKeel wins the jousting battle over Tusick. So that's just some nice power on the side of McKeel. 5'11" junior. Outside tip ball, trying by Sipple. 24-13. And there's a nice job by Cook right there, catching the defense, sleeping. 10-point lead here for the Spartans. Rachel Nelson back to serve for the Sharks. Nice dig on the back row there by Nelson. Set up a right side attack, and it's a cross-court kill from the Spartans. Dufresne ends it here for Tampa as they take the first set here at the Rick Gates Arena by a final score of 25-14. So the Sharks drop the first set here. And we'll head into break at the Rick Gates Arena. We'll be right back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
You can get an MBA, or you can learn to master more than business. You can become a teacher, or an inspiration to future generations. And you can study medicine, or you can prepare to revolutionize it. With programs that offer a fast track to graduation, vast industry and alumni connections, and affordable tuition, NSU Sharks will always have the edge. Nova Southeastern University. Prepare to dominate.
We're married, and as professional golfers, we're very competitive.
But only on the golf course. 72 seconds. How long can you hold your breath?
King me. We just turn it off. No competing at home. Booyah.
That's our rule.
Pure Silk and Barbasol, proud sponsors of professional golf and friendly competition everywhere.
Loser takes out the trash.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
Back here at the Rick Gates Arena through the first set. It's all Spartans over the Sharks. You can see the differential there in the stats, and clearly big time advantage. 11 kills in the set for the Spartans, hitting 27% overall. The Sharks in the negative territory. See the rest of the stats right there. 11-7 overall, 3-1 in blocks, 2 on service aces, and 12-9 in the dig department. So the Sharks going to have to be better offensively here in this set. Only ended up with 7 kills and actually had more attack errors with 8 than they did have kills in that last set. So back to serve here will be Sammy Mueller. Gainesville native is ready and on the court for the Sharks. After that service ace on the diving attempt there by Kennel. Landrum, Cook, Tusick, Ford, Sipple, and Kennel on the floor here for the Sharks. Kennel with a good first pass. They set up Landrum, and she goes cross court from the outside. See Landrum get a lot done in the middle position, showing her ability to hit it from the outside as well. There's Ford back to serve for the Sharks. And Allie Ford's powerful serve goes up into the net. Here's Houghton back to serve. Soft serve, just getting it up and over. Sipple blocked up at net, but it runs out of bounds. Sharks with just 9 kills here. Beginning stages of the second set. Brittany Landrum back to serve here now for the Sharks. And service ace. Landrum will go back to serve again here for the Sharks. And back will be a service error. 5th of the game already for the Sharks. And kill from the middle right there. Alex Boone for the Sharks. Served by Cox and a kill right there from Potter, who made no mistake about it. Potter picking up her first kill of the game. Service error. That was Elias actually, with the service error right there for the Spartans. Sharks retake a 5-4 lead and a block up at the net. Gabby Buck and Alex Boone on the action for the Sharks. Tampa tries the left side again, and how about that? 2 in a row from Alex Boone. Denying the attack of the Spartans. Back-to-back blocks. As Luma has been shut down on the right side, and how about that? Service error for the Sharks. There's that latest block by Boone. You can see he just gets the team fired right up. Sharks doubling up their lead now here, 8-4 on a 4-0 scoring run. Nice dig right there by Cox. Ford with the attack. Held up by the Spartans. Tip ball up at the net. Here's Bach trying to tip of her own. And can't be pancaked right there by Rivera. Might be a timeout coming here by the way of the Spartans, and indeed it will be. Timeout called by the Spartans. It's the Sharks leading it here by a score of 9-4 in the second set. Sharks drop the first set overall 25-14. We'll be right back here on the SSC Digital Network. Sharks on a 5-0 run as Devin Fahey now joins us here.
How you doing, Troy?
Doing well, Sharks.
Yeah, I showed up at the right time. 5-0 scoring run.
Yeah. Coming out of the timeout, it's a point for the Spartans. Both teams having a lot of different people contributing offensively in the kill department. 6 different Spartans have kills here in this one, and 7 different Sharks have recorded at least 1 kill here in this match so far.
Is there wondering what the call was there? I think it was a double hit, and again, Coach Rosen not happy about the call as the referee is explaining it to him.
This is McKeel back to serve for Tampa. Cox with the back set to Bog. In the perfect position right there with Elias, and another block from the middle. Alex Brill with her 3rd block. Probably 5 total attacks there for the Spartans. Their 4th block overall in the game. Spartans responding right away. Take another look at that last block. See getting up in time right there. Ford involved on the action as well.
She got all of that one.
And there right there on defensive lead by Ford. Service ace for the Spartans. Dominguez doesn't serve it very powerful, but seen her in this game finesse it in some good spots on the court. This time she goes to the back right corner, and it's just a little wide on the line.
I was close though. Clearly making them trying to make a decision there, and they made the right one.
Just been mixing it up with soft serves in the front row, back row. Keeping the defense guessing here as Madison Cook back to serve for the Sharks. Other left side set. And hitting the back line right there is Houghton. She leads all scorers here in this one with 5 kills now for the Spartans. This is the setter, Mueller back to serve. Nice recovery there by the Sharks.
Man, not a great first pass from Kennel, unlike last night when she was just passing so well off the first pass.
Yeah, got to give credit right there to Madison Cook. Her pass was just so excellent.
As Ford serves that one into the net. That's definitely not what they want to see.
Take another look at that last play. You see Kennel's first pass was a little off. Look at that. Perfect set in rhythm right there.
Wow, that was really nice from Cook.
Tries it again. This time she goes into the middle, sets up Tusick, but her attack goes wide left, out of bounds. So Tampa creeping their way back here in the set. Sharks had a lead of 8-4. Now 12-10.
Nice hustle there from Sipple to get it up and right back to her.
Oh, wow, what a quick set right there, an attack from the Spartans.
Yeah, that was good timing, without a doubt.
Dufresne was set up right there by Mueller. This is Houghton back to serve for the Spartans. Houghton's been a catalyst all year. As the Sharks pick up another kill.
And Sipple gets the better of her there as Houghton can't quite get it up.
Point for the Sharks, number 14, Emily Sipple. Now on
Houghton, Gainesville, Florida native. Oh no, not Houghton, that's Mueller. Sorry, she's the Osteen, Florida native.
Outside attack right there from Elias, who picks up the kill. Came into the game with 153 kills, averaging nearly 2 kills a set for the Spartans. Right side attack this time. Off a fingertip of the block from the Spartans. Tusick picks up the kill.
Tusick loves to hit the ball. She will just smash that thing no matter what.
Second kill here in this game, joining Landrum with 2, Sipple with 3, Ford with 4 for the Sharks.
Sharks definitely hitting better in this set than the last one. It's a little mistake there from McKeel. Can't quite get her hands on that one.
Yeah, definitely that's an understatement. Devin has they're hitting 55% in the set. They're in negative territory in the last set. So night and day difference so far. So good adjustments from the bench.
I mean, that's what we saw last night, you know, in their final set versus
St. Leo.
St. Leo last night. They hit over 500 in set 4, and they really just owned that last set.
Of course, the Sharks came from behind over the Lions last night in 4 sets. Dropped the first one, but then won 3 straight. Nice idea right there to play it off the net by Cox. Just can't get that third hit over are the Sharks. 1 point gain halfway through here in set number 2. Elias has served too long.
Yeah, Spartans definitely making a few more mistakes, it seems like, in this set than the first one. As Sipple is back to serve here. And the Sharks maintain a 2-point lead. A float serve from Sipple, making Tampa work for it. Cox is right there to get it up. Kennel to Ford, into the net. That's 2 mistakes in a row for Ford. She served the last one in the net, and then she just mishit that one as well. Definitely going to need to do better than that. They want to stay ahead.
Ford still leads the team here with 4 kills. Second with 3 digs here in the game. Also credited with a block. Looking to Ford here, and she paints the back line.
That's more like the Ford that we are used to.
Number 4, Abby Ford.
Kennel is back to serve for the Sharks. Overpass.
And a mistake right there for the Sharks, but it is a point for them regardless, so it might have been a violation up on the net.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what
that
happened
interference,
there.
It looked like.
Elias is definitely, looks like she did something wrong, but I don't exactly know what it was.
Here's Kennel now back to serve for the Sharks, wearing the gray libero outfit. How about that quick swipe of the left hand by Mueller?
Really, really great work from Mueller to handle that overpass. It was going over anyway. She looked like she was going to set it and just like slam dunked it. Really quick. That was tough to handle.
Here's Dominguez to serve. And for whatever reason, the Sharks have just been struggling here in this game to handle Dominguez's serve. That's service ace number 5 in the game for the Spartans.
Again, that was Ford with the miss hit there.
Dominguez with 4 service aces in this game.
Nice cross court set from Cox back to Ford. A lot of high fives. Talking on the Sharks side. See what they can make out of this as they are 6 points away from this set.
Cook with the serve to the back row. Spartans fake going to the middle.
Tusick and Landrum on that block. Cook, quick to Landrum. And the libero, Dominguez, was there, but couldn't get it up.
Landrum's 3rd kill of the match.
That's great. Landrum was remarkably quiet in the kill department last night versus St. Leo as she blocks the heck out of that one. Solo blocked Landrum. Holy smokes. Taking everything away as the Spartans have to call a timeout.
Yeah, had 8 blocks in last night's matchup. Another one here tonight. Let's take a look at that one. Landrum had the attack.
What a nice
kill
hit
prior
there
to the block. So Sharks with a slight lead here by 4 points. Heading into the final time here in the second set. The Sharks are being led by Allie Ford. You see right there on a 3-0 scoring run is NSU. Ford's got 6, Landrum's got 3, Sipple's got 3, Cusick with 2, Cook, Boone, and Balk all with a kill apiece. Madison Cook has 9 assists so far.
Alex Boone remarkably quiet. You know, last night she was one of 4 players that had over 10 kills last night, along with Ford. So it's interesting to see that she does have a few blocks though. Yeah, 3 big blocks actually in this set. But definitely her hitting is not what we're used to.
Yeah, only 4 total attacks so far in the game for Boone. Sharks are being led by Ford in that department. She's at 11. Ford wins it up over the net, just dumps it down.
Overpass again, just couldn't quite handle that serve, a little too close to the net, and then Ford was there to take advantage of it. Much better pass for the Spartans on that first one, and they take advantage and put that away.
Houghton once again, that's half a dozen for her. Mueller back to serve.
Tough serve. Good up from the setter. And that's Houghton again. Easy. Cusick changes it up. Oh, and that quick set.
Mueller to Dufresne.
Yeah, that was, and she got all that. I mean, that went straight down. That was a fantastic pass and hit from the Spartans.
Those two got some gelling going on. That quick set, that timing, they got it down. This time she goes up to the left side, tries a tip, but the Sharks are all over that one.
Ford, a nice solid hit there as Landrum tries to put this one away. Houghton gets it up. Back to her. Cusick. And wow. Getting it up. Free ball over. Way to go, Kennel. What are the Spartans going to do with this one? Sharks get the block.
Definitely the longest rally here of the game. And it ends by a kill from the Sharks. McKenna Cusick.
Wow, that was a long rally. And Cusick has a tendency to really smash those ones and go a little long, but she put it right where it needed to be. And it dropped right in. Point Sharks. 2 points away from ending this set, making it 1-1. Ford back to serve. Nice hustle there.
Free ball here for the Sharks, and try another nice tip, and that's Cook.
Right to the center of the donut. When everybody's playing position, there's nobody in the middle. Sneaky move from Cook there as the Sharks are 1 point away. Let's see what Ford does. Does she bring the heat?
Second time today we've seen Cook deploy that move.
Oh, tough serve just over the net. Spectacular swing from Elias to get that point for the Spartans. Right down the line in the back corner.
See that quick push volley.
You gotta love it when they, you know, that deception of making it look like it's gonna go straight up and then
right at the last moment there.
Right, it's definitely a some art to that acting.
Yep, Cook, freshman of 38-0 Florida.
Block from Landrum and Sipple to end that set.
And the Sharks even it back up here at the Rick Case Arena, thanks to that block by Landrum. And we're all tied up here, 1 set apiece. So Sharks at least take 1 set here over the Spartans, as the Spartans beat them in straight sets all the way back October 4th. That was in Tampa.
What was the difference, Troy, between the first game and the second game there, would you say?
Definitely the attacking of the Sharks. Obviously the hit percentage was much better in that one, but They also got a few blocks there early on by Boone and kind of just set the tempo and kind of got everybody, you know, energized. And it looks like, not that they weren't hustling as much in the first set, but it looked like that couple blocks by Boone really sparked the team, and they just kept going on a run. We saw in the first set, both teams had big runs. Spartans had a 7-0 run in the first set, and then the Sharks had a 6-0 run, and then Spartans went back on an 8-0 run. So first set was all about runs, and the second set here was a lot closer back and forth. And
yeah, definitely much better defense. I mean, Landrum also had a couple blocks. And Boone, as we've seen, I mean, she is junior transfer, and really a lot of times the heart and soul of this team. If she is up, so is the rest of the team.
Yeah, 5-0 difference in that set in the blocks.
Wow.
And the Sharks actually hit 44% compared to 11% for the Spartans. So we'll take a short break here from the Rick Case Arena. 1-1. Spartans and Sharks, as we'll be back here on the SSC Digital Network right after this.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated. Principle.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
So the Sharks take set number 2 here at the Rick Case Arena. And actually the first set victory over the Spartans, dating all the way back to 2016, as the Spartans had defeated the Sharks in straight sets in the past 5 matchups. And there's Cook.
She gets the lucky one. Dribbler. As Houghton gets the second point of the game for the Spartans, and she is back to serve now.
Here's Houghton back to serve for the Spartans. Deep serve in the back row, handled by Sipple. Back set from Cook. Tip ball, nice communication there from the Sharks.
Ford smashes it for the point as the libero can't get there.
It's a point for the Sharks.
The Sharks have taken the lead at the beginning of every single set so far in this game. Ford going to the back left corner. And what a hit right there on the hand of Elias.
That was a bomb, without a doubt. She got all of that one, and Sipple was there, but could not get her hands out fast enough.
All even, 2 apiece here in this one. Back to serve is Dufresne. And she'll pick up the service ace. Dufresne back to the bench right there of Tampa. Serving right in front of it.
Good pass from Kennel. Landrum got all of it. Looked like Mueller got her hand on it. Then it went out of bounds. Point Sharks.
Serve from Landrum for the Sharks. And not a whole lot defensively the Sharks can do right there as Potter just dumps it up over the net.
Potter, middle blocker from Daytona Beach, Florida, sophomore on the Spartan squad.
Simple from the left side, handled by Houghton. We'll go to the right side, tip.
Good hustle from Barrett, and Tusick just tries to get it up. Unfortunately, double hit on the ball.
Kill right there for McKeel. McKeel leading the team here for the Spartans. Came in this game with 388 kills, nearly 4 kills per set.
As Boone lights it up again, one of her first or second kills of the game. Actually, of the match, definitely of this game. Second kill. Boone is in there. Let's see if she can light a spark like she did in the second set.
Right side swing right there once again.
Yeah, beautiful back set from Mueller. Just off the net, perfect placing. As Rivera checks into the game. Puerto Rico native.
Serving right in the middle. Barrett with the first touch. Sipple with the hit, but kept up.
Great block from the Sharks there. What's Cox going to do with it? Boone off speed. Good hustle from the Spartans to almost get that one up. But Boone put it where she needed it to go. Just outside the reach of those blockers from the Spartans. Sharks within 1.
Here's Simple, soft floating serve. Back set. Simple can't handle it properly as Potter picks up the kill.
This set is definitely much more tightly contested, as the Spartans are really playing a lot, much better.
There's that tip ball from Boone here, 7-5 lead.
Great first pass from Sipple. Beautiful up from number 12 on Tampa. Kennel set that one up for Ford, who watches it go just out of bounds. Point for the Sharks.
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit of a helpless feeling right there when you're just banking on it going out of bounds and it's that close.
But they know this court so well. I mean, the players, you know, they just intuitively know when their feet are in a certain place or when they're in a certain place on the court and the ball's at a certain height. You know, they know how close they are, and they'll make those calls when it's tight. As the Sharks even up this score, 7 all.
Started with Callie Cox just keeping it up overall on the diving dig.
Tried for some quickness there, couldn't quite get that togetherness. Ford gets it, great up from the libero. Sipple up.
Ford hits the back row libero right there. That's Dominguez. She's trying to volley it up.
Yeah, she didn't know if she was going to dig it, and then she tried to go for the set position at the last moment and couldn't get her hands up in time. Beautiful first pass to the setter, Mueller. Yeah.
Dufresne dumping it down for the kill. That's her 7th kill of the match, and she and Houghton.
Dufresne, freshman, middle blocker.
Both tied with 7 here as catching that back left corner on the kill for the Sharks is Gabby Bach.
Gabby Bach, who also had 9 points, or 9 kills in the match last night versus St. Leo.
Soft tip ball. Go out of bounds.
And again, you saw Ford was looking at it. She made that choice. She's like, I'm going to let that one go. And she was right, even though it was very close. Beautiful set. Beautiful set from Mueller there. Allowing her team to just take advantage of that and get a really nice swing on it.
Here's Houghton back to serve for the Spartans. Right in the center of the court, as we've seen a few Tampa players use. Back row attack, and it's a kill right there from McKeel. The Sharks have been holding in check, going 2 kills in the game.
Houghton has been a little bit quiet in this set.
Walsh back to serve right here for the Spartans. Backdoor set to Landrum, Houghton with the dig. Sipple keeps it up. Cook and Landrum sprawling on it, gets it up and over for the Sharks.
Tool off the block. Landrum and Ford were there. Not quite quick enough with the hands, and off the block, out of bounds. Very tight set here as they've gone point for point.
3-0 scoring run for the Spartans here in this one. Seen 6 ties and already 3 lead changes. Now add 7 ties.
As Tusick gives them right back, same thing. Tool off that block, out of bounds. 11 all. Let's see what Ford does. It seems like she's been changing it up a little bit today. Not as much force and power on it.
She had some early service errors. I think she just went against that and just trying to get it in more. But that's the adjustment that she's making in game that we haven't really seen much of this season.
Great up from Kennel.
Actually touching bodies right there was Sipple and the setter Mueller. Coach Brian Rosen looking for a call right there, didn't get it. Tusick from the right side.
Hustle from the libero to get that one up.
Free ball here for the Sharks. And the home right there on the middle by Landrum.
As Coach Rosen and all the coaching staff definitely wanted a double hit on that.
Yeah, double hit, and also the body of Mueller came across the line, actually hit Sipple in the middle of the play. Not sure how that wasn't called either.
Oh, Coach. A lot of confusion going on right now.
Well, it's the Sharks with the 12-11 lead here against the 25th ranked Tampa Spartans, who I believe won 15 straight games before losing last night against Lynn, and there's another block by Landrum.
Yeah, good support from Tusik. That's definitely the way you want to come out of some contested points. It's just, getting back down to business.
First block of this set. Sharks had 5 blocks in that last second set. How about another one right there?
It's a point for the Sharks.
Tusik and Landrum again.
See the block by Landrum. Spartans the run for the Sharks once again via the block. 5 blocks in the game for Landrum. And we'll take a quick short break here from the Rick Case Arena. 14-11. NSU leads it here halfway through the third set. Sharks with the 3-point advantage, hitting 48% here in the current set compared to just 21% on the side of the Spartans.
Yeah, definitely playing some good volleyball here. Riding some of that momentum from last night versus St. Leo.
The Sharks definitely have all the momentum in this game after a poor first set in the attacking
Landrum
department.
was there again with the block. And again, Elena Kennel hustles to get that up. Landrum just touches it over. What are the Spartans going to do here? They're calling for a touch. Refs did not see it because that one goes long. Spartans definitely thought they'd touch it on that one.
15th attack error in the game here for the Spartans. 4th overall in the set. Sharks have no attack errors here in this one with 10 kills. It's been a sparkling set offensively for them. Here's Kennel, bump pass over. Middle tip, nice job by Sipple to keep it up. Tusik and Landrum going after it, couldn't get it up and over.
I mean, if you want to be competitive with a number 25 ranked team in the nation, you definitely got to have some sparkling sets.
And on the flip side here, just 15% for the Spartans here in the set attacking, but they're right there in it. 3-point lead.
Oh, beautiful first pass from Kennel, which really allowed the setter Cook to put it right where Tusik needed it to be, and she was up, and she just got all of it.
Landrum service error into the net right there. The Sharks have done a good job in sets number 2 and 3 avoiding those service errors. Had a bunch early.
Like you said, how many hitting errors? Is that the first one?
Well, it's just a service error, so it's still 0. Yeah. Sipple with a good first touch. Boone a little bit off balance, gets it up and over.
Great up from Kennel. Boone is there. Huge block from the middle blocker from Tampa, Potter. As the Spartans get that one off the block out of bounds for the point.
Sharks still holding that 2-point lead, 16-14.
Still playing very well.
Nice dig by Barrett to keep it up off the ground, and kind of a lazy attack right there by Sipple, goes wide right.
That's the Elias has been serving it up, the junior setter from Lake Mary, Florida.
3-0 scoring run here for Tampa. Set up the left side. Sipple again goes cross court. Dominguez with a beautiful up. And that one just deflects off Sipple and ricochets the opposite way that Kennel was running.
And these Spartans have eaten up that 4-point lead very quickly, and it is now even at 16. They're on a 4-0 scoring run here.
Elias with the serve. 2-6 blocked up at the net, but nice job scrambling up under. Keep it alive for the Sharks, and then it's blocked by Boone.
Big block from Boone. Big block from Boone. Sharks definitely needed to change the momentum there.
Fourth block overall in the game here for Boone.
Some substitutions as Cox and Bach check into the match.
And that attack goes long. You see the energy from the Sharks right here.
Yeah, and Bach and Boone were there, and they were excited about making her push that one up and over and a little bit long.
You can tell this team really wants this game here against the 25th ranked Spartans.
I mean, it's a huge game. It's you know, I mean, to be against a ranked opponent and be playing this well, you got to be excited about it. Given a free ball there from Cox. Beautiful set from Mueller. The block is up, making him work for it. Cox to Boone, and it's down.
Defensively, the Sharks have been stout here in this one. Second. And that attack goes long. Another error, the 7th of the set for the Spartans. Take another look at that last point for the Sharks. You see the attack from the middle by Boone.
And Potter was there.
Done.
Potter from the Spartans was there, but she could not quite contain Boone.
Boone with
Sorry, go ahead.
that kill, and then she also had the block right here as well.
Oh,
right
yeah.
from the middle.
Yeah, Potter versus Boone. Big matchup. Potter at 6 feet, sophomore from Daytona Beach, matching up against the junior transfer, Boone, from Burnsville, North Carolina.
So 4-point lead here for the Sharks. You see him on the bench right there.
What do you think he's saying right now? What do you think Coach Rosen is telling the team?
You know, I think he's got to be letting them know how great they have been here in the set attacking. Hitting nearly 37% compared to the Spartans' 10%. I think just got to stick with the energy and playing good defense as well. I mean, in that last couple rallies, the Sharks have been blocking up at the net, getting in position, and everybody's scrambling in the right spots.
Tusick and Landrum have been a pretty good combo for blocking, just like Bach and Boone in this rotation have been pretty solid. So we'll see what happens here.
A little bit of too much on the serve there from Cox. Maybe a little too much energy going on here in the Rick Case Arena.
Spartans within 3.
This is Rivera back to serve for the Spartans. Soft serve, easily handled by the Sharks.
Not a great first pass from Bach.
Houghton from the left side, and she picks the left corner.
There she is. A little bit quiet in this set, but that gets her up to
8 now in the game.
8 kills on the match.
And here's Amanda Hall, who hasn't really seen any action here in this game, subbed in by head coach Brian Rosen in the crunch time here in set number 3. So coach showing some confidence here in the freshman out of Ocala, Florida. And she gets tested right off the bat. It might be a good thing for her just to feel a ball on an easy serve. Both teams incredibly close to the net, and that's an attack there right there by Potter.
Yeah,
Missed-time jump.
Yeah, it's just a little bit high. I thought she was going to, I was really thinking she was going to destroy that one, but it was just out of her fingertips reach. Sipple back to serve. Bach checks in for Hall.
Sipple on a big point here on this match. We saw yesterday's game versus St. Leo. The same scenario, 1-1 going into the third set near the end, and it was a 2-point game late, and then the Sharks went on that big run.
That's right.
With a couple blocks.
8-0 run or something like that to end
Landrum,
the set. That's right. Yeah, well, they definitely need something like that from Boone right now if they want to get a little bit of spark here and finish this one up right.
This time they have the lead as opposed to last time when they were trailing. But regardless, the Sharks got it done in crunch time. Let's see what they can do here this time. They start off with a kill by 4.
That was a great, again, when they pass the first pass that well, they set themselves up to get the point.
And a service ace.
Yeah, it was a really nice serve from Kennel there.
Kennel with a good serve into the back line of the Spartans. What a time set and hit right there.
Yeah.
Once again by Mueller and Dufresne. Their timing when they get it down, like it's just so hard to beat.
It's really hard to stop. I mean, they're not going to have a blocker there, and that's the key.
Sharks got to be aware of that effort as it's been very successful for the Spartans here in this day, but they can't handle the attack of Allie Ford.
Allie Ford, that's 12 kills on the match as the Sharks are within a point of ending the third set.
Cook into the game to serve here for the Sharks. Set point and set number 3. But not outdone right there as Elias.
Yeah, but you saw Dufresne was there in the middle, and you didn't know who they were going to go to, and she was swinging at it like she was, it's hard to know, and that's what makes it easy to get that point for the Spartans.
Those decoy swings definitely keeps the defense on edge, but it's Houghton with the service error, the 6th of the match for the Spartans. And that will give set number 3 here to the Sharks as they lead it 2-1 overall on the 25th ranked Spartans, who are 2nd overall here in the SSC with a 13-3 conference record. Sharks looking to get back to 500 in conference here in this one, currently 7-8. Now, if you look to see the last time the Sharks won 2 sets versus the University of Tampa, we got a date all the way back to November of 2013.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa's a very good team. Coach Katanich has been there for years and years, and they've got incredible camps. They run every year. Almost every young woman in Florida has gone to the University of Tampa volleyball camp, and they were national champions last year. So they're a good program. They're well coached. They're well supported, and it makes sense that they are as good as they are.
We'll take a short break here from the Rick Case Arena. Watching NSU Volleyball on Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
You can get an MBA, or you can learn to master more than business. You can become a teacher, or an inspiration to future generations. And you can study medicine, or you can prepare to revolutionize it. With programs that offer a fast track to graduation, vast industry and alumni connections, and affordable tuition, NSU Sharks will always have the edge. Nova Southeastern University. Prepare to dominate.
Walk the miles in your own way. Make the most of every day. Look sharp when you stand up tall. Close shave America, close shave Barbasol. Close shave America, close shave Barbasol. Close shave America, close shave Barbasol. Close shave Barbasol.
It's a small finger, A worm.
Like a dagger?
Tiny sword.
Breadstick.
Matchstick.
A lamppost.
Coin slot. No.
10 seconds.
A stick, a walking stick,
Yeah,
a boundary, Mount Kilimanjaro, big dinosaur.
Sorry. It's a tandem bicycle.
What?
As long as sloths are slow, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Back here at the Rick Case Arena, let's take a look at the third set statistics. There you see it, the Sharks out swinging. The University of Tampa Spartans 26-17 overall percentage in the hitting percent.
And look at that difference in blocks too. 9-3. They really are coming. I mean, Landrum and Boone are really just coming up big for the Sharks.
42 digs overall for the Sharks, 40 for the Spartans. We're set for action here. Mueller gonna serve for the Spartans, who won 16 straight games before losing last night versus Lynn 3-1.
Big
They're
block
in
there
danger
from the
of doing
Spartans.
so here again today.
Sipple just got in the right place to get that one up as Tusick off speed to the setter Mueller.
Defensively, the Sharks just continue to impress right here as Cook and Tusick bump into each other.
Yeah, definitely a little miscommunication there. As the Spartans take the first point, Mueller back to serve again.
Nice save right there from Cook off a tough first pass. Houghton kept up by Sipple.
Good hustle from Cook to get that over.
And Houghton hits it into the net right there. Point for the Sharks.
Yeah, again, Houghton just not having the characteristic breakout nights that she's been having.
Houghton led the team in the kills department. The last time these two teams squared off up in Tampa. Sipple from the left side once.
Houghton blocking her. Tusick goes off speed, but there's someone in the back row and Houghton just dominates that ball.
Unable to come up with it was Cook on the back line for the Sharks. Jess Barrett back into the game.
Yeah. Houghton finding her stride is definitely good for the Spartans. Not great for the Sharks.
Back row hit by Houghton once again into the net.
It's a point for the Sharks.
The sixth attack error here in the match.
As Houghton does have 9 kills on the match.
30 total attacks.
Yeah, her hitting percentage is only 10%.
For the junior at Osteen, Florida.
Good up from Cook there. Tusick outside, can't quite get it into the square up court. Dufresne back to serve for the Spartans.
Nice first pass there by Barrett, trying to set up the middle and Boone, but they had two blockers already awaiting it as they took that middle position right away and forced the Sharks to go outside. But
yeah, the battle between Potter, the middle blocker
for the Spartans and Boone. Will be interesting to see how that plays out for the rest of the match.
Cross-court killer right there from Ellen Sipple.
Yeah, really nice placement from Sipple. As you can tell, she was, she turned the hand just enough to get it to that far side of the court. Cox with a huge smile on her face as she goes back to serve here. She's got a tricky one. Quite a few service aces on the year. See what she does here. Handled easily by the libero.
Kind of a mistimed swing right there from Potter, but got enough on it and perfectly placed it up in the back left corner.
Potter up to 9 kills on the match. She's looking very confident in the middle for the Spartans.
Houghton and Potter both with 9 apiece for the Spartans. Air right there by McKeel.
It's a point for the Sharks.
Too soft on the cut.
Yeah, just Spartans just not having the best touches. Definitely a few hitting errors here, although they still have the lead by a point in set 4.
Here's the set and the attack once again. Too long by McKeel. Back-to-back attack errors.
And that was, I mean, again, when you're hitting tough like that, you can't be too mad about that one.
23rd attack error for Tampa. 11 in the game for the Sharks, and already 4 attack errors here in the set for the Spartans.
And that was that Boone Potter matchup again, as Boone got the block versus Potter on that one.
Sipple back to serve for the Sharks. Nice serve right there, and late getting to the ball and getting down on it was Dominguez.
Point for the Sharks.
7-5 lead here for NSU. And too many touches right there on the side of the Spartans. And after that, they're going to give the point.
They called Bach in the net.
Oh, that's a tough break right there for the Sharks. Even though that was into the net, it looked like the 4 touches came before that. Let's see right here.
I don't know, it's hard to say as her hands came down.
Tough break there for the Sharks. So that attack is blocked up out of bounds.
It's a point for
As Houghton was saying, she didn't touch it, but the referee was saying, yes, you did.
2-point lead here for the Sharks. Houghton from the left side, and she gets it done now in double digits for the Spartans with 10 kills to go along with 5 bigs.
Houghton definitely looking like she's a little more confident.
Spartans team that played late last night and dropped it up in Boca Raton against Lynn, and that's just a poor first pass, an easy kill for the Spartans.
Yeah, Landrum just didn't get that one where she wanted it to, as she was saying, yeah, that was my bad. Even up here in the Rick Case Arena, 8-all in the 4th set.
It's a point for the Sharks on serving error.
Another service error in the game here, the 7th overall for the Spartans. Teams combining for 15 total service errors.
Yeah, really nobody hitting very well in this 4th set. Neither the Sharks nor the Spartans, as Cook is back for the serve, and that thing dropped. Good hustle from Rivera to get that up. Libero, good up for the Spartans. Houghton off speed, Cook is there. Tusik going for the back corner.
It's a point for the Sharks.
And the Spartans couldn't handle it.
Just the 3rd kill overall in the set for the Sharks, as both teams under 10% in the hit percentage department. Been offensively challenged third set, but both teams going back and forth here in this one. And how about that attack by Ford?
Wow. She was pretty far away. She was kind of at an angle and just kind of cross-body swiped that one, and no one was there.
13th kill of the game for Ford.
There's a lot of jousting at the net. Landrum versus Dufresne. Back and forth. Finally, Landrum manages to get it over as the Spartans call a timeout.
Sharks on a 4-0 scoring run as we head into this timeout. 12-8, NSU leads it, and we'll see what happens right here coming out of the break, but looks like on the side of the Spartans, they really want to get this back together.
Ford has been spectacular this afternoon. But Tusick, who also played quite well versus St. Leo last night, 6 kills on the match. He's definitely somebody who did not get a whole lot of playing time early on in the season. As you look at Ford right there, 13 kills, 6 digs, 2 blocks. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Also hitting 40%. That's an important one to note right there, as both her and Potter up over 40%, with Potter on the opposite side hitting 47. And 9 kills for Dufresne at a 53% clip.
Yeah, the freshman. On a relatively experienced Spartan squad, Dufresne definitely is doing well as a freshman out of Tarpon Springs, Florida.
Yeah, 4th on the team in total attacks here in this one. Here's Houghton with the tip. And trying to play that off the ricochet of the net was Landrum, but the ball took a bounce the other way that she thought it was going to go.
Yeah, Tusick couldn't quite get a good up on that ball. Really nice look from Houghton there.
So 9 serving 12 here at the Shark Tank. Sharks up 2 sets to 1 overall on the Spartans.
That was a big block from Landrum and Ford as the Sharks continue to do a great job of getting their hands up at the net and making it difficult for the Spartans when they're hitting.
11th block of the game. Sharks now in that department complete control as they are +8 overall.
As Ford service error into the net, making it a 3-point game here.
I almost sound like a broken record when I speak to you about this, but if there's ever one area to critique on the Sharks, here at home especially anyway, it's those unforced service errors.
Yeah, you can't, they're just points you're not getting that you're giving to the other team. Cook got that up. Kennel with the set. A little bit too much sauce on it for Sipple as she was going for that far side of the court, but a little bit wide.
Houghton back to serve. Spartans in the red outfits here on the road, down 2 games to 1 overall, and that serve too long out of bounds.
Yeah, if the Spartans want to come back here, they're definitely going to need Houghton to start turning it around. Good up from Houghton there. Great set from Mueller. Cook gets it up. You don't see Boone set it every day. As the libero for the Spartans puts it in a great spot. But Boone and Tusick. Block that one. That is 6 blocks on the afternoon for Boone. And just like you said, those unforced service errors are keeping this game close.
Now in double digits for the Sharks, and that department, unfortunately, was 10.
But, like we talked about earlier, neither team is really hitting that well in this 4th set.
Both teams under 15%. Cook with another one.
Tricky, man. You know, usually if you're a setter, you can only do that once or twice in a match before they kind of get onto you. But that was her third time. Yeah. So she's tricky. She's a tricky one.
Now they just got to keep that in mind, Tampa does, and this is one more thing to worry about.
And the referee there is telling the Sharks to calm it down on the bench.
Another block at the net. It's blocked and boom.
And again, you know, it's that battle at the middle that Boone seems to be winning versus Potter right now for the Sharks. A little bit of miscommunication there about whose ball that was on the Spartans. Great up from Mueller. Barrett is there to get it up.
Sipple meets the wall of Elias.
Yeah, Elias and Potter there to put that one down and block for the Spartans.
The fourth block overall here in the game for the Spartans, 13 for the Sharks.
Really great serve there from Elias. That thing just dropped. It's a little bit of a miss-hit there from Potter, but just enough to get it down, and looked like the refs almost didn't call it, and Potter gave him a stare like that was down, and it was indeed. Point for the Spartans.
3-point lead here for the Sharks, looking complete. The comeback as Boone picks up her sixth.
Boone really not hitting very well, under 20%, when I think last night she was up at like 50 or 60 for the match. But definitely coming alive when they need her to, and doing a great job blocking for the Sharks.
Yeah, Boone last night, 45% clip. And there's a strong attack right there from McKeel, showing why she leads the Spartans in total kills, one of the top in the SSC in that department.
Yeah, and the Spartans definitely starting to come alive a little bit. Still not hitting spectacular, but definitely putting a few more balls away here.
Wow, what a finesse right there by Allie Ford. This will show just how good the Sharks are as a team. This is a top 25 team here on the ropes here late in the fourth set. You're going to get their best punch right here.
Yeah, they are definitely playing a little bit of an overpass. Ford takes advantage of it. Mueller is there to stop it.
Another block.
Blocked at the net, and the Sharks are just on fire right now. They are really excited. Nelson coming out to give a high five to Kennel. They are pumped.
Looked like Hall got the block in there for the Sharks. We'll take another look at that one. You see Landrum and Hall both going over, and the solo block right there.
Hall coming in, you know,
hasn't seen much time here on the court today, but the 2 times she's been on the court, both times the point went to the Sharks, and both times she was involved in the play.
Yeah, and she, you know, she's a freshman, right? Freshman right side from Ocala. And yeah, she's gotten again somebody who didn't see the court a whole lot at the beginning of the season, and then Coach Rosen started to trust her more and more. And you know, we've seen her have big games, somewhere in the 8 to 10 kill range. You know, in this middle of the season grind. Really interested to see what Tampa throws here as they coming out. Again, good amount of experience here. A lot of these women on Tampa know what it takes to get it done. Let's see what they come out with here as they trail by 5 in the fourth set.
Elena Kennel back to serve here for the Sharks. The libero with a strong spin serve to the back row. Another miss-hit and fortunate miss-hit by Potter.
I don't know if that was a miss-hit. It was light, but she looked like she you know, moved the hand around to the left, and she put it where she wanted to put it.
Here's Dominguez back to serve. 4 service aces in the game.
Yeah, again, that experience. Dominguez, a senior, you know, she's been on the national champion squad from last year. She knows what she's doing.
Ford trying to go to the back row. Nice. Up by the Spartans. Tip ball at the net. Ooh, coming out of nowhere is Kennel on the dive.
Ford swinging hard. Dufresne couldn't quite get it down, and there's Hall with the point.
It's a point for the Stars. Number 13, Amanda Hall.
So kill there for Hall. That all started with this beautiful effort right here on the up by Kennel. See that tip? She came out of nowhere, and that started everything for the Sharks. Block at the net and just out of bounds.
Houghton definitely showing she knows what she's doing as she tools that block out of bounds. Spartans not going down easy here. Mueller back to serve.
4-point difference here as the Sharks looking to defeat the Spartans for the first time since November of 2008.
It's a long time ago as Ford lights that one up. Built, Ford tough. She's showing why she's a leader for the team and leads them in kills as she puts them 3 points away from ending this match.
Couldn't believe it. The Spartans have won 21 straight here against NSU.
As Ford puts that one long.
The odds of history are definitely against the Sharks here to win this one, but just 3 points away from proving how strong this team has become this season.
Well, I mean, again, I think they're going to be tested right now because they have to stay focused. You know, they can't just think, okay, we're 3 points away, we're 2 points away, like we're going to win this one. They have to think, okay, what's the best play here, and stay focused.
Definitely got to stay in the moment, not get too far ahead here. Tampa is more than possible to go on a run of their own.
As McKeel dominates that one and gets another point, bringing the Spartans back within 4.
Just her 6th kill of the match and 34 total attacks. So hit minus 14%. The Sharks have just shut her out of this game, the leading attacker for the Spartans.
Dufresne, on the other hand, who is serving, is hitting 50%.
Attack by Ford just too far.
Yeah, and again, that's what I'm talking about. You know, they can't relax here. If they do, they just think this one's in the bag. The Spartans will just bring it right back at them.
Just the 4th attack error of the set for the Sharks, and it's Boone from the middle. And Spartans down on the play, might have hit her head, falling down as the crowd goes to a silence here.
Absolutely, you never want to see that.
Elias on the ground there for the Spartans.
Looks like it's the ankle as she gets up slow. She's trying to get up.
Let's try to get a little replay of that, see exactly what happened. We'll slow it down right at the end. There's Boone going up.
Oh yeah, she just landed on it wrong.
Yeah, she kind of got, didn't have much space to land with Potter right beside her.
She didn't want to land on her teammate, so she was trying to, yeah. Stinks to see that happen.
So she'll take
she's walking on
at the bench.
Yeah, she's definitely walking on it, so she's talking to the trainer.
Looks like she kind of wants to go back in the game. She's pointing at the scoreboard here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
See her in the back corner of your screen right there talking to the trainer in the gray.
As Wilson checks in to the match.
And it looks like she's going to stay on the bench. You see her trying to talk her way into it. But like you said, Wilson, San Bernardino, California native coming into the game.
Unfortunately, on that play, one of the Spartans was injured, but the Sharks did get the point, bringing it to be set match point for the Sharks.
Match point here for the Sharks. Let's see if they can get it done. And again, those unforced errors biting the Sharks. 12th service error of the game.
But if you look at Coach Teitelbaum, though, she was not unhappy with that. Serving tough is definitely something you want to do. Service errors are no good, but that was a very, very good serve. Very, very close. Sipple getting all of that one, but just pushing it wide. Again, Sharks are working hard. Sharks are hitting well, but not quite able to get it in. I don't know what the conversation there was about, but Spartans within 2. We're working hard here.
This is where you want to end it for the Sharks right here. Don't give them any sniff of hope.
Good first pass from Sipple.
And Boone ends it. The Sharks beat the Spartans for the first time since November of 2008.
Yeah, Sharks definitely ran out in the court. They are happy about that one. That was a big game for the Sharks, for the SSC.
Take a look at that last kill. Boone ended it. Everybody is so happy.
Yeah, Kendall clapping it up. Boone is ready, and the Sharks rush out. I mean, got to be excited about that one. You know, they really have been a team that has really started to hit their stride in the last couple weeks. Had a tough one versus Rollins a couple weeks ago, but other than that, they've really been playing really, really well.
So the Sharks improve overall on the season now to 16-11 and hit the 500 mark in the SSC.
As they hand Tampa, I think that is their 3rd loss of the season.
Actually, they're 4th here in the SSC, yeah. And they'll drop to 20-8 overall, 13-4 in the SSC.
Right. And Tampa having a tough road trip, right? Because that 3rd loss for Tampa came last night. Yeah, Sharks improving to 8-8.
We'll take a look at the final statistics in the game. 25% for the Sharks, 14 for the Spartans. You can see the numbers, the kills nearly even, but 28 attack errors by the Spartans, only 16 for the Sharks. A big difference in that one. 14-4 on the blocks. 6-6 service aces, and nearly even once again on the digs.
Yeah, but I mean, again, if you look at the stat that jumps out there is the blocks. 14 blocks. Boone coming up with 7 of them. Landrum coming up with the other 7. Obviously assisted by quite a few other Sharks during there, but that is a big determining factor as the Sharks are really showing that in the middle blocker position, they are becoming a very good team.
So we'll take a short break here from the Rick Case Arena. We'll hope to have head coach Brian Rosen here shortly for a post-game interview at the NSU Shark Tank. Be right back here after a couple-minute break. You're watching NSU Volleyball on the SSC Digital Network.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub. with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sport.
Joined here by head coach Brian Rosen with a sigh of relief as the Sharks beat the Tampa Spartans for the first time since 2008 of November. That's a streak of 21 straight.
Yeah.
The Spartans took over the Sharks. Just talk to me anything about this game for the Sharks.
Yeah, I just thought 2 days in a row of resiliency. Yesterday and today we lost the first set bad to a team that, like we said, I think we were 1-44 against them all time. We could have easily just said, you know what, they're just better than us and given up, but that's not what our team does. That's ever since the preseason when we went down 0-2 to teams and came back to win in 5. They just showed so much fight in the second through fifth that they were definitely not going to go down without a fight. Every set was within 3 or 4 points, neck and neck. It was who was going to go on the run, and thankfully we went on like one more than they did, and everyone stepped up. We blocked so well today, so it was just really fun to watch us execute a game plan.
Well, obviously the Sharks in the first set didn't hit very well as a percentage as a team, but in that second, third, and fourth set hit at least 22% in all of those sets. And like you mentioned, 14-4 in the block department, and this just speaks to how big those blocks were, especially Landrum and Boone with 7 each.
Oh, yeah. There's no stat that comes with more energy and momentum than a block. Blocks generally result in 3 and 4 points in a row because the bench goes crazy, the crowd goes crazy, your middles go berserk, and our middles are high-energy players, especially Alex Boone. When she gets a kill or a block, everyone knows it. She's going to make sure everyone knows it, and so those kind of plays never result in just 1 point. They always turn into more, and so those are huge for us today. I thought we limited our unforced errors today after the first set, and that was a big difference. And we just gave ourselves a lot of opportunities to score tonight. And again, people stepped up. Love having Allie back in our lineup, and she's such a difference maker for us and a great leader. Her serve was just really off today. She went down into standing serve, and even that scored us points. So yeah, so it was just great to see.
Yeah, you spoke about the errors in the game. 28 for the Spartans, just 16 for the Sharks. Difference in this one. 4 more games left on the schedule, Coach. We're going to be out at Florida Southern here. What do you got left in the rest of the season? What are your expectations for the team?
We know that every game right now is kind of a playoff. If we want to have a chance to make the tournament at the end, we need to win them all. It started with this weekend, so honestly, these are 2 of the best teams in our conference, so this weekend should give us a lot of confidence. But we just talked about in the huddle of we can't take this weekend and think it's over now. Now, how do we respond from this against the Florida Southern team that we did beat before, but they're really good. They just beat Rollins for senior night the other day. Then you got an Eckerd team that we did beat as well, but again, they've beaten everyone in our conference. They're really good. We just played hot that day. Then an Embry-Riddle team that's 3rd in our conference, and Florida Tech to finish the season. So there's no such thing as an easy win in this conference, and we know we need them all if we want to have a chance to play in the postseason. So I think our team is really hungry to give ourselves an opportunity.
So Sharks back here November 15th at home versus Florida Southern. Pick up the huge victory here today against the Spartans. Get that little monkey on the back off. I'm sure everybody's happy about that. So the Sharks improve overall here to 16-11, 8-8 now in the SSC, up at 500. The Spartans dropped to 20-8, 13-4 in the SSC. As the Sharks win it 3-1 overall here on the SSC Digital Network. Watching NSU Volleyball.
Thank you so much.
You can get an MBA, or you can learn to master more than business. You can become a teacher, or an inspiration to future generations. And you can study medicine, or you can prepare to revolutionize it. With programs that offer a fast track to graduation, vast industry and alumni connections, and affordable tuition, NSU Sharks